I'm your host, Davida Shinsky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits Dreams Come True with the Right Mindset. And today's program is titled Six Surprising Benefits of Overcoming Doubt and Trying New Things. And it's easy to have doubt, especially when you grow up in a family where you're constantly being bombarded with messages that are creating those ideas of not being good enough or having whatever. The idea here is that we want you to understand and know where it all comes from so you can get rid of that self-doubt, because that self-doubt is what keeps you from reaching your goals. So change is not popular. We are creatures of habit as human beings. I want it to be the way it was. But if you continue the way it was, there will be no is, said Robin Williams. Rooted deeply in each of us is uncertainty. Human beings are creatures of habit. We want to find the TV remote where we left it, where it has always been, to be guaranteed the paycheck comes in next month, as it always does. We want to be sure that we don't die from eating that new suit. Humans love novelty, but we don't like change that brings it. It scares us to no end. So we adopt routines and rituals while avoiding risk and probabilities. Why is it so hard to try new things? The habit of trying new things every once in a while brings about the better and sometimes the best experiences. Now, here's the thing, if you understand different personalities and behavioral styles, we all have the D, I, S, and C within us. The D is the dominant personality who looks at the environment and feels like they can control it. The I is someone who has very good interpersonal skills. The steadiness is the person who reads the book and the Bible and literally follow it to a T. And the C is that part of us that questions everything. Now, some of them are our strengths and some of them are our weaknesses. And if we understand these different behavior patterns, we can move interchangeably within them. But if we don't, we tend to get stuck. And when we get stuck, we need things to be routine. If you notice, on Monday through Friday, you have a certain routine where you get up, you go to work, what you do at work at certain times, you have meetings, then you come home, you have a certain routine. And we like to follow that routine. And on the weekends, we often get out of that routine. That's why on Monday it's so hard to get back to that same routine. The excitement of new experiences. It's going on a blind date, learning a new skill, moving to a new place, or testing the yummy soup with the weird name and funny look. That makes you kick yourself for not doing it earlier. The benefits of trying new things range from beneficial to crucial. Now, remember this, as a small child, as you get older, you're always experiencing new things because that's how you learn. For example, you can decide to start listening to the top trending songs across different genres on Spotify each week. This small decision to try out new songs may not increase your paycheck, but it would definitely lead to the discovery of a handful of amazing songs that you would have otherwise never heard, hence improving your enjoyment of life. On the other hand, you could decide to start visiting different restaurants in the city each week and end up knowing the city better, finding less expensive yet delightful places to hang out. You may even meet someone who ends up playing a very crucial role in your life, say a lover, business partner, mentor. You will have to experiment and try things out for yourself, and you will not be sure of what you are doing. That's all right. You're feeling your way into the thing, said Emily Carr. What is acceptable is mostly mundane, redundant, and repetitive. It is the safe thing. That is why things that don't go too far too soon fail spectacularly. It is the reason many great technologies take years to catch on, and it is the reason that many individuals never live their lives to the fullest. In the spirit of changing things up, today we're talking about why you should try new things. You don't have to start by climbing a mountain. Just doing one small thing can begin to snowball affect your healthy and happy changes in your world. Now, here's also the thing that technology has changed how we live in the world, and not only how we live in the world, but how we do business today. And all that happened with the pandemic for the last 2 years is it accelerated trends that were already happening because in the late 90s even people started working remotely. For many it was because they needed the flexible hours, and today it's become common to work from home and start your own business. So we're learning how to adapt better to changes. 6 reasons why trying new things is important. Brings about fun, enjoyment, and happiness. Perhaps the first and most immediate thing that you realize when you start trying out new things is how thrilling some of the experiences can be. It can be and it can awaken your sense of adventure and excitement. How it intoxicates you with new sensations, vigor, and vitality. How much it is enjoyable and mesmerizes you to seek out more and more. Though you might encounter some sour grapes, the good ones are generally much more delightful than you could ever imagine. Helps you discover your passion and interests. In the course of trying out new things, we get to discover what we truly enjoy and those things that we truly don't. You may sometimes discover that the things, people, and places that you thought you enjoyed didn't really exist for you or excite you as much as you thought. They had only appeared so because they were what you had at the time. By expanding the breadth of your experiences, you get to know for sure if you like something or someone. And if you detest others, you know yourself better because you know better. 3, forces you to get creative, and improve. Exposed to danger, discomfort, or when encountering a challenge, you will be forced to level up, to get creative, to get resourceful, and push your limits. Moments like these bring out the best in you. The change can be as simple as pushing the limits of what you are accustomed to, or as taking on a whole new challenge requiring a fresh set of skills, knowledge, tools, approaches. In any case, you are forced to become a better version of you. Now, when you look at those things, and from the things that we've already started talking about, it helps you understand that change is inevitable and accepting change when it comes will only help you to begin to recognize all the things and that can happen. 4, helps you overcome your fears. Doing new things can be very scary, but you must understand that fear is only a way that your mind tries to restrain you from doing what feels dangerous. Feelings and not evidence or danger. Also, that is automatic fight or flight mechanism that's ingrained into us, that we know when to flee when we're in real danger and when to stay and stand our ground. We need to look to the future. You can come up with new things unless you constantly forget the past. There's no reason to keep wearing the same pair of pants, said Andrew Lau, film director. True new things come with a level of danger, but most aren't lethal. And once you take the risk and realize that you don't die, life went on, or maybe it got a whole lot better because of taking the risk. The fear that restrains billions of people loses its grip over you, and you become unstoppable. 5, opens up new opportunities. A lot of the time, doing the things that everyone else is too afraid to do brings about the biggest rewards. Best things in life are on the other side of terror, on the other side of your maximum fear, are all of the best things in life, said Will Smith. But this doesn't mean that you should jump headfirst into danger, but that after careful analysis or calculated risk, you should not hesitate to take action. It's usually such boldness that brings fortune. 6, enriches your life with a sense of accomplishment. Perhaps the worst regret on people is their sick beds, is not having done the things they most wanted to do, especially when it wasn't because of real limitations, but because of their cowardice. And there's a Yiddish proverb that says, a man is not old until he regrets. Take the place of your dreams. Another very sad prospect to consider is that many people die from even knowing their full potentials, the endless possibilities, and the overall life that they would have led. And remember, that's what happens when you die young. That's what we see going on during time of war. And Here's another thing to think about. You may not know your purpose in life until the end of life, and until you started seeing yourself accomplish the things that you always believed that you wanted to leave as a legacy. So remember, how can you achieve something if you never try to get there? Who cares if you fail? You now have a new life experience and maybe a good story. It's rare for anyone to be great at something the first time, but at least they know that they want to try it again. And here's the thing: failure should always be looked at as a stepping stone towards success. Do you know that if you're a salesman, they always tell you you have to get maybe 10 no's before you get a yes? Or out of 100 prospects, you only get 2 sales? So just get out and try something different. Earth is massive with lots of interesting people and things lurking in fascinating places and corners, all with the exotic looks, perspectives, and ways of life. So don't limit yourself to the physical, cultural, and social environment that you were born and raised within. Explore the world, and it is a gift to you, so enjoy it. Also, one of the things we need to look at is how you can travel. And when you travel, you learn new things and you see different cultures and you see how they live. And one of the things that if you watch a baby and just look at their eyes and the wonder that they experience as they see the world for the first time, as they experience things for the first time, and always remember that you have the ability to achieve and live the life you want, and you are unique. Every one of us is unique and have something to offer. It's just a matter of you finding it.